Hi, welcome back to Regan Coaching. Did you know that your diagnosis doesn't have to define you and what you can achieve in your life? It doesn't matter if you've been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, ADHD, autism, or a chronic illness. You can have a very fulfilling life. The only thing a diagnosis does, it gives you parameters that you can work with. For example, with fibromyalgia, you will know the reasons for your musculatory and neurological challenges that you're facing. You can then discover what foods and activities make your symptoms better and how to reduce your pain. So you've been diagnosed with ADHD. The ADHD diagnosis just means that your brain functions differently from others, and it's more common than you think. According to the American Psychiatric Association article, What is ADHD?, written by psychiatry.org, and I will put the links in the comments below for you if you want to check that out. It says, Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, is one of the most common mental disorders affecting children. Symptoms of ADHD include inattention, not being able to keep focus, hyperactivity, excessive movement that is not fitting to the setting, and impulsivity, which are hasty acts that occur in the moment without thought. Medication is not the best answer for children or adults with ADHD. The best solution is early diagnosis and working with a team of professionals that will help them thrive and learn to survive in a world they find confusing. Behavioral therapy is extremely helpful for children and adults that don't instinctively understand social cues. Acceptable social behavior can be easily taught, and as most kids and adults want to fit in, is eagerly learned. Physical therapy is helpful for kids and adults to help them understand how their bodies move and help them find ways to comfort themselves and soothe their anxiety. Did you know there are many famous people with ADHD? You may be surprised to learn how many high achievers in life have ADHD. Lawyers, doctors, athletes, musicians, actors, politicians, and great thinkers are among the alumni of ADHD. It's how you decide to embrace your ADHD that makes all the difference. If you see it as a curse, it will be just that. When you decide to use it to your advantage, you will achieve your dreams. Did you know that Michael Phelps, Terry Bradshaw, Michael Jordan, Adam Levine, Channing Tatum, Sir Richard Branson, and Walt Disney all have ADHD in common? Their ability to hyper-focus on their goals helped them to achieve great things in their chosen fields. Their minds were also highly creative, allowing them to dream and multitask to perfection. Once they embraced their ADHD and used their excess energy for sports, music, study, and creative pursuits, they excelled beyond their peers. They didn't allow their ADHD to pigeonhole them. They used it as an asset for growth. Here's a great article from BetterHelp.com about 30 famous people with ADHD. I will definitely link that below. And there's another great article about ADHD as a gift in the legal profession, and it's written by a lawyer, and I'll put that link down below as well. So I highly recommend checking out the articles below so that you can be inspired by their amazing achievements. How to focus with ADHD. Typing how to focus with ADHD will provide you with numerous articles on the topic, but here's a summary of the tips that you may find helpful. Number 1, have a space to work free from distractions. 2, take a 5 to 10 minute break every hour, getting out in the fresh air whenever you can. Make a list of things that you need to be done that day and schedule them into your day. 4, listen to music that calms you when you work. 5, set a timer for each task so you don't lose track of time. And 6, make a game out of your tasks and see how fast you can get them done. 7, have a buddy to keep you on track, or check your work to make sure you haven't forgotten anything. 8, reward yourself at the end of the day or when big projects are completed. 9, find a job that makes you happy and go all in. 10, ask for help or for clarification when you need it. It's really important to do this. Most people think that if they ask for help or clarification, it makes them look dumb. In fact, it doesn't. It actually makes you look very smart because it helps show the person that you're working for or working with how invested you are and that you really want to get the job done right the first time. So don't ever feel like you have to hold back from asking for clarification. I'll also include a couple of more articles below that will give you great tips and explanations on each one. That kind of expands on the ones that I've just mentioned. One of them is by Keith Lowe. It's called Strategy to Help You Stay Focused at Work. And another one by Sam Dillon Finch, ADHD Quick Tips, 11 Focus Boosts When Your Brain Won't Cooperate. And I think we can all relate with that one. Okay, being neurodivergent. In my research on neurodivergence, what strikes me most is the negativity that's still attached to it. Neurodivergence is simply the new label they've created for people that think outside the box. ADHD and autism are just a couple of the diagnoses that fall under the umbrella of neurodivergence. All this really means is that you think, learn, and process information in a different way. Unfortunately, most of our education systems and some workplaces have not yet caught up with the neurodivergent people need most. Some are adjusting, and it is easier for neurodivergent people to get the respect and accommodations they need. Accommodations are not a free pass. They are just modification for what the individual may need to succeed. So some examples of accommodations are 1, longer time to take tests for those with test anxiety. 2, special rooms with less distractions for taking tests or working. 3, being allowed some canceling headphones in classrooms or group workspaces. 4, being special lighting and paint colors. 5, being allowed to listen to music while you work. 6, courtyard gardens that students or workers can take a break in. And 7, flexible hours so that you can take lots of work breaks when needed. Different resources for neurodivergence. There's some really great books, Divergent Mind by Jenara Nerenberg, Asperger Syndrome by David Kelvins, and Understanding Autism in Adults and Aging Adults by Theresa Regan. I'll leave those links below as well for you to check out if you're interested. So the keys to flourishing with any diagnosis. The first key to flourishing with a diagnosis is deciding to make it an asset, not a hindrance. As mentioned above, if you decide it's a curse, it will be. Deciding to discover your strengths and develop them will give you a major advantage over your competitors. Don't underestimate the power of your mind. You get to decide if you are going to be a victor or a victim, and in the long run, victims rarely win. The second key is being bold enough to get the help you need. Whether you have been diagnosed or in the process of it, advocate for yourself. There are lots of medications out there, but you don't necessarily have to take them. The worst part of my depression was the medications that my doctors put me on. They did more damage than the depression itself. Getting the help you need. Having a therapist or coach that can help you talk through your diagnosis and create a personalized plan for you will revolutionize your life. Ask for counselors, behavioral therapists, or physical therapists that can help you integrate better into the world. Life coaches can help you find better ways to do the little tasks that you find frustrating or confusing. They can also help you stay on track and answer any questions that may come up along the way. There is no professional or educational pursuit you can't go after because of your diagnosis, as long as you find the help that you need. You know, one-on-one coaching is a great way to start building your confidence and improve your health. So I help people with fibromyalgia and chronic illness manage their symptoms with ease so they never feel held back again. I'm willing to help anybody who thinks, who is neurodivergent or is feeling held back in any way. So reach out to me. You can go to my website, nopainallgain.ca, or you can reach out through the comments below, and I would be more than happy to have a free consultation with you to discuss whether one-on-one coaching with me would be a good fit or not. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.